Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rachel Kadash, for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth and rule well. Wabrakatham unto the elect. This is the Brother Gabar with another lesson. Okay, and I want to go into how even if you bear fruit, you're going to feel that fire, all right, which is the purging, okay? The Lord is going to purge you, and we'll go into that word and all of that. But what I first want to go into is Luke chapter 8, going into that parable of the sower, okay? Luke chapter 8 and verse 4, all right, it says, And when much people were gathered together and were come to him out of every city, he spake a parable. A sower went out to sow his seed, and as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and it was trodden down, and the fowls of the air devoured it. And some fell upon a rock, and as soon as it was sprung up, it gathered away. It withered away, because it lacked moisture. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprang up with it and choked it. And other fell on good ground, and sprang up and bare fruit an hundredfold. And when he had said these things, he cried, He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. Right. And it wasn't literally a cry, he started shedding tears, but he lifted up his voice. Okay. Now, this chapter breaks down its own self. Okay, so I want to jump down to verse 11. It says, Now the parable is this: the seed is the word of God. Those by the wayside are those that hear, then cometh the devil, and taketh away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved. They on the rock are they which, when they hear, receive the word with joy, and these have no root, which for a while believe, and in time of temptation fall away. And that which fell among thorns are they which, when they have heard, go forth and are choked with cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and bring no fruit to perfection. But that on the good ground are they which in an honest and good heart, having heard the word, keep it and bring forth fruit with patience. Okay? And you want to be the one that fell on the good ground. You want to bring forth fruit and be profitable to Yahweh Bashim Ashai in his ministry to the body. Okay? With that good, honest heart, honest intentions that you want the elect to be sealed. You want Yahweh Shai to return. Okay? And you want righteousness to be set up. All right? Nothing of your own thing. Yeah, you're going to be taken care of in the kingdom, of course. All right? But you want righteousness to flourish. All right? You want the fear of the Lord to be pushed in the earth. Okay? Now, in that, all right, in that verse, verse 15, it's very important to realize that as you, all right, with that good mindset, the Lord is going to deal with you in a very particular way. As you see, the ones that fell among thorns got choked out. All right, cares and riches of life. The ones among the rocks, the stones, all right, they received it with joy, but they fell away when a little hell came, temptation came. Okay, and then the ones that got taken away, that fell on the wayside, all right, and the devil came and just took it away. Okay. So you want to understand that it is a huge difference between the ones with the good, honest heart and how the Lord is going to deal with them versus the others, because they're being taken out of the way. They're catching hell, all right, unto destruction, and that's it. But the ones with that good, honest heart, the Lord is dealing with them in this type of manner. I want to get John chapter 15, verse 1. It says, Yahweh Shah speaking, It says, I am the true vine and my Father is the husbandman. Okay, now, Salakia, let me go to Google right quick. I'm going to just type in, what does a husbandman do? A husbandman, it says a person who cultivates the land, a farmer. Okay, so he's keeping the land. Okay, a farmer, making sure everything is good. Okay, and working as it's supposed to, and anything that's messed up, taking that out. Okay, now going back, John chapter 15 and verse 1, I am the true vine and my Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit he taketh away, and every branch that beareth fruit he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. So the Lord is going to deal particularly in a manner when you bear fruit. All right, he's going to purge you. Now let's get the definition of that word purge, because something happened to all of the other ones, right? They got taken out, they got destroyed. Okay, and then if you do good, then the Lord is going to purge you. He's still going to put something on you. He's still going to put you through things. Why? Because ultimately it's going to give you a better outcome so that you can produce more fruit, so you can have more faith, so you can have more patience, so you can have more endurance. Okay, and especially in the times that we're coming into, going through particular things to prepare you for what's to come. And you have to have that mindset, or else you might have that good heart some in the beginning, and then when something comes, okay, all that joy that you had is just taken away, because you're like, damn, well, this wasn't supposed to happen. You know, well, guess what? It was supposed to happen. Okay, and it was supposed to specifically happen to you. Okay, for your walk, so that you can be even more profitable. Okay, now I'm going into this word purge. On Google, it says rid something, someone or something of an unwanted quality, condition, or feeling. Remove from an organization or place in an abrupt or violent way. Yeah, and it can seem more violent at times. Okay, it can hurt more at times and less at times. Okay, you got bigger and smaller problems. It's whatever the Lord sees fit at that exact time. Okay, but nevertheless, you're going to be purged. The unwanted things, the dross, is going to be taken out. Okay, so that you're just left with what? Faith. All right, and hey, faith is what? Let's grab this. Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right. So you have to have faith in your trials and tribulations that you will still have the victory, even though the victory is not seen yet. You don't know how it's going to happen. You don't know when it's going to happen. But you just got to know, understand, and believe that the Lord is still going to give you the victory, no matter what it looks like, man. And accepting that also comes with a lot of pain. Okay, because you understand that, okay, this has to happen and you have to go through that. The flesh is like, nah, it's going to be another way. I'm going to figure out another way, or I'm going to dull this shit. Excuse my French. Okay, but the spirit, okay, the spirit is telling you that, no, this has to happen. And that's very important, that you lean on the spirit and not the flesh, because the flesh is going to run from that, most definitely. Okay, just like Yahushua when he prayed to the Father 3 times, okay, and his men fell asleep, those disciples, okay, and he was asking the Father if it be any way to take away this cup from him, okay, and the Father didn't answer him because he had to do that. Okay, that's what he was sent for to do. Okay, so understanding that this is the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and you just have to have faith through the storm. Okay, no matter what the storm look like, and sometimes, just being honest, sometimes it's just hell, man. And it is what it is. What you gonna do? Ain't nothing else to do. You either gonna go back into the world, and you still gonna be suffering. You're really gonna suffer more, a lot more. Okay. or you're gonna stick it, you're gonna tough it out, you're gonna bear it, okay, and wait for the Lord to give you that victory over whatever it is, okay, and learn your lessons through it, because they're also happening for you to change, for you to learn your lessons specifically. That's why brothers go through specific things. Some brothers go through things that are exactly the same, all right, but also different things, okay, because people are different, okay. And brothers always can give you advice through your situations, because there is a brother that went through what you're going through, man. All right, they already went through it. They can give you advice, and that's why the Lord set that up, all right, so that they can help you. But you will have to talk to brothers or rely on brothers for that, okay. So that's basically the point. I will read I want to read that again though before I close it out. That John, it says, every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. Right. And that's harsh. You being taken out. You could be literally taken out. You could be reserved for the day of judgment. Okay. A lot of multitudes of things could happen to you, but you're gonna be taken away. All right, being taken out, is understanding alone is already horrible. Okay, and it says, in every branch that beareth fruit, so you come into this thing doing good. It says he purgeth it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Right, he's gonna prune you. Okay, you know what happened when a plant get pruned? I'm gonna get pruning definition on Google. It says, trim a tree, shrub, or bush, right? In this case, you'll be a branch that bear fruit. It says by cutting away, right? It hurts to be cut. That's a violent thing. You know, blood comes out, okay? It says by cutting away dead or overgrown branches, right? All right, that old dead man in the world that you once were, or old dead woman, okay, that's trying to come back. The Lord is cutting that all the way out. Okay, and then overgrown things that could be overindulged in, okay, certain particular things, okay, that just don't need to be there, okay. The Lord's gonna cut those things out, and cutting is violent. It's just snip, it's gone, whatever it was, abruptly, okay. It says by cutting away dead or overgrown branches or stems, especially to increase fruitfulness and growth. So really, when you catching all that hell, and you getting pruned or pricked, whatever, you're really growing. You're really growing. It just doesn't feel good. Like stretch marks, okay? Growth pains, okay? It doesn't feel good, but it's actually a good thing, right? It says cut away, reduce the extent of something by removing superfluous, if I'm saying that right, or unwanted parts, right? The unwanted parts, the dross. The Lord is getting rid of those things, man. Okay, and you, the old, or I say the flesh. All right, the flesh doesn't want to let go of those things. All right, so it's a lot of pain that comes with it. Plus, you know, you live your whole life with those things, you know, whatever it could be. Okay, so it hurts. Bottom line. All right, but in the end, it's worth it, okay? And also, you're gonna be rewarded anyway, man. You have to focus on that victory before you, the joy set before you, just like Yahweh did, man. Okay, so understanding, all right, that when you're being purged, it's not just you just getting put to death, you know, you just suffering and then that's just it. No, the Lord is working something. And he's changing you for the better. All right. And whatever you're supposed to change, all right, in that lesson, the Lord is going to have you know it. And it's important to know it, and also to take heed unto it and not continue to do whatever it is. Okay. Or sometimes to do something if you're doing nothing. Okay. It's important for that. So then what? So then the lesson is going to be accomplished, and you're not just going to keep going through it. That's it. Job didn't keep catching hell when he was proven. Abraham didn't actually have to sacrifice Isaac. It was known then. So once it's known, once it's completed, then it's over. Then you're good. And of course, you know, it's more that will come later. All right, but hey, that's the first step right there. Okay, so accept it, understand it, change. Okay, take heed unto the message of the Most High, and be comforted by the words through these scriptures. All right, understanding that it's supposed to be hell. You know, you're supposed to catch hell at certain times. It's not all joyous. It's going to be bitter in your belly. All right, at certain times, man. Okay. Lord's will, this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashim Al Shai for giving me the spirit and power to make this lesson. Until next time, Kamir Shalom.